Welcome to Spaceverse, your portal to cosmic adventures. For a planet already famous for its beauty and mysteries, Saturn just became even more enigmatic. Fresh observations from the James Webb Space Telescope, the most detailed yet of the planet's upper atmosphere, reveal something that no one expected. Dark beads scattered through Saturn's glowing auroras, and a star-shaped pattern with two arms mysteriously missing. Nothing like these features has ever been seen on another world. These features were completely unexpected and, at present, are completely unexplained, said Tom Stallard, an astronomer at Northumbria University in the UK who led the study. For scientists who have spent decades probing Saturn's atmosphere, rings, and moons, these new discoveries are both thrilling and frustrating. Thrilling because they reveal that Saturn still has secrets left to share. Frustrating because, for now, no one has a solid answer as to what exactly is going on. But mysteries like these are precisely what push planetary science forward. The findings were presented at the Europlanet Science Congress Division for Planetary Sciences meeting in Helsinki, Finland. A new puzzle in Saturn's atmosphere. To capture the images, a team of 23 scientists from the UK, US, and France used the James Webb Space Telescope to observe Saturn for 10 continuous hours on November 29, 2024. That's roughly a full day on Saturn, which spins much faster than Earth. The team tracked infrared light emitted by hydrogen ions and methane, two crucial markers that provide scientists with insight into the chemistry and motion happening high in the planet's skies. What they saw stunned them. Roughly 680 miles, or 1,100 kilometers, above Saturn's famous cloud tops, the team spotted a chain of dark, bead-like patches embedded in the auroras. Imagine glowing green and purple lights, like Earth's aurora borealis, but far larger, rippling across the gas giant's poles, and then, scattered among them, little holes in the light. These beads weren't fleeting. They stayed stable for hours, drifting only a few degrees over the course of the day. That alone would have been enough to raise eyebrows. But Saturn had more to show. Some 310 miles, or about 500 kilometers, lower in the stratosphere, JWST revealed a sprawling star-shaped feature stretching out from Saturn's north pole toward the equator. Unlike the symmetrical six-armed snowflake-like patterns we're used to seeing in nature, this one was missing pieces. It had only 4 arms, leaving 2 conspicuously absent, creating a lopsided star. Together, the beads in the aurora and the strange star arms painted a bizarre, layered portrait of Saturn's skies. Intriguingly, the brightest arm of the star lined up directly with the darkest bead floating above it. That alignment raised an obvious question. Were they somehow connected? But it's not clear at this point whether they are actually linked or whether it's just a coincidence, Stallard explained, searching for answers. So what could cause such strange features? The researchers began exploring possibilities. One idea was that the beads might be caused by icy particles raining in from Saturn's E-ring, the planet's broad but faint ring that is constantly replenished by geysers erupting from the Moon Enceladus. The logic seemed sound. If material was falling into the atmosphere, it could create irregular patches. But the E-ring is far too smooth and uniform to explain such bead-like patterns. The scientists quickly ruled that out. Instead, a more plausible explanation emerged. The beads may be the result of winds colliding in Saturn's upper atmosphere. When opposing winds meet, they can create turbulent zones, and in Saturn's case, those turbulent zones may appear as dim patches inside the aurora itself. The missing arms of the star-shaped feature present an equally fascinating mystery. When researchers mapped out the arms, they noticed something striking. The star's geometry appeared to align with Saturn's famous hexagon. This hexagon is a massive, 6-sided cloud pattern swirling around the planet's north pole. It was first spotted by NASA's Voyager spacecraft in the 1980s and later confirmed by the Cassini mission. Despite decades of study, the hexagon remains one of the most puzzling structures in the solar system. Now, Webb's data suggests that it may somehow be connected to the strange star-shaped pattern high above it. Could the missing arms be a byproduct of the same processes that sustained Saturn's hexagon? Or do they reflect an entirely different dynamic in the stratosphere? For now, scientists don't have the answers. A new window into Saturn. Part of the challenge is that Saturn's upper atmosphere is incredibly faint. In fact, it has long been one of the hardest regions in the solar system to study. Even NASA's Cassini spacecraft, which orbited Saturn for 13 years, sending back an avalanche of data, couldn't spot features like these. But Webb can. by detecting emissions thousands of times fainter than what ground-based telescopes are capable of seeing. JWST has opened a brand new window into Saturn's skies. JWST's incredible sensitivity has revolutionized our ability to observe these atmospheric layers, revealing structures that are completely unlike anything we've seen before on any planet, Stallard explained. That statement carries a lot of weight, because if these structures really are unlike anything seen on Earth, Jupiter, or anywhere else, they could represent unique physics at work inside Saturn. And every time scientists encounter something unique, it's an opportunity to refine or even overhaul existing theories. Timing is everything. There's another reason this discovery is so exciting. Timing. Saturn is currently near its equinox, a seasonal milestone that comes only once every 15 Earth years. During an equinox, sunlight shines directly over the equator, changing the way energy flows across the planet's atmosphere. Scientists suspect that this seasonal shift could reshape Saturn's atmospheric patterns, including auroras, winds, and temperature gradients. That means the dark beads and missing star arms may not remain as they are for long. As Saturn's northern hemisphere moves into autumn, these features could evolve, growing sharper, fading away, or perhaps morphing into something entirely new. That makes follow-up observations from Webb a top priority for planetary scientists. Why it matters. At first glance, details like beads in the aurora or missing arms in a star might seem like minor curiosities, but they could hold profound importance. Studying these features may provide vital clues about how Saturn's magnetosphere, its giant magnetic bubble, interacts with its atmosphere. On Earth, similar processes drive auroras, but on a vastly smaller scale. Saturn's magnetosphere is enormous, strong enough to capture material from its rings and moons, and dynamic enough to generate dazzling light shows across its poles. If researchers can figure out how energy is being exchanged between Saturn's magnetic field and its atmosphere, they'll not only unlock Saturn's mysteries, but also gain a deeper understanding of planetary magnetism in general. And since magnetic fields play a critical role in shielding planets from harmful radiation, understanding them is essential for learning which worlds can sustain life. Looking ahead, for now, the strange beads and missing arms remain unsolved puzzles. But the key point is this. Scientists finally have the images, thanks to JWST, to start unraveling the mystery. What's most exciting is that this is only the beginning. Webb will continue to observe Saturn, catching the planet at different seasons, under different lighting, and at different atmospheric conditions. Each round of observations could peel back another layer of the puzzle, and as history has shown, every time Saturn reveals something strange, from its hexagon to its geyser-spewing moon Enceladus, to now these bead-like holes and lopsided stars, it reshapes how we think about not just one planet, but the solar system as a whole. Saturn has always stood as the jewel of the solar system, with its majestic rings and ethereal skies. But thanks to Webb, we now know that beneath its beauty lies complexity far greater than we imagined. Beads in the aurora, stars with missing arms, layers upon layers of mystery. And the best part? Every mystery waiting to be solved is also an invitation to look closer, think deeper, and push the boundaries of human knowledge further than ever before. Because in the end, Saturn isn't just keeping secrets. It's showing us that the universe is still full of surprises, and we've only just begun to uncover them. Saturn's auroras with mysterious beads, a lopsided star, and hidden links to its polar hexagon remind us just how much we still don't know about our solar system's giant worlds. And that's the beauty of space exploration. Every answer sparks new questions. From strange dust-escaping galaxies, to distant exoplanets, to moons that may hide oceans, the James Webb Space Telescope is showing us a universe richer and stranger than we ever imagined. Thanks for joining us here on Spaceverse. Until next time, keep looking up, because the cosmos always has another secret waiting to be discovered.